But do you get honest reflection? Can you trust the reflection? Because, you know, you're at the center of this kind of empire, and you have all of these friends. Yeah. But can you trust the information that's coming to you from anyone? Because everybody's, I mean, I'm here in some way for my own self-interest, right? Yeah. And the fact that you trust me was interesting to me. You let me in your house. So I assume that you have some kind of instinct about it. Yeah. But that must be hard, like, to trust.
I get a lot of feedback, and it all goes into a big pile, and I listen to every word that's said to me. I'm not the person who's beyond reproach. Everyone I work with, a lot of people have said things to me, and I'm told about myself quite often. Yeah. And I put it all in a pile, and I analyze every single word carefully. I ignore most of it, but I do listen to it. And I guess the number one bad or negative thing that people will say about me who know me is they may say I'm very insensitive. I hear that sometimes, usually from women.
You're insensitive.
I'm insensitive because I think once you become a ruthless problem solver, you come across to a degree as insensitive. We have this big issue and everyone's crying. Okay, stop crying, fix the issue.
Right.
You have to be insensitive. Okay, what are you crying about? Let's fix that.
Right. Well, you know that's wrong.
Well, a lot of people want to vent. They don't want to fix the problem. They want to cry.
Well, they just need you to be with them and say, I understand, here you are, baby, I love you.
Completely.
You're rolling your eyes.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So when you become a ruthless problem solver, you become to a degree insensitive. Now, there are some scenarios which that doesn't work, right? There's some problems you can't fix. The death of a loved one, that's different.
Yeah.
But if people are crying about something which is very fixable, it's very difficult for me to be interested in their crying. And I'll tell you why. Because if I have a set standard for myself, if I wouldn't allow myself that luxury, it's very hard for me to give it out to everybody else. If I don't allow myself the luxury of being incompetent because of an emotion, then it's very hard for me to look at others and go, well, you're allowed to be incompetent because of your emotions, and you're allowed to be incompetent because of your emotions, and I'll just deal with the struggle of never being incompetent ever, regardless of how I feel. If I have standard for myself, I'm going to implore my standard or imply my standard on others. And if they don't meet that standard, then they're going to call me insensitive.
What would you have to give up to become more sensitive, particularly to your women?
I'm a very sensitive, romantic, nice man.
Yeah.
In general, I'm actually a romantic man. I get called that a lot. No one calls me cold.
Right.
It's different.
You're loving?
Completely. But when it comes to problems especially, I can be insensitive.
You default to problem solving.
Absolutely.
And that's not what they want.
What's the issue?
They want you to just understand and hold them.
They want to cry about the problem a while. And time is time is money. Time is money. I'm like, okay, yeah. Boom, boom, fixed. Right. No, but you don't understand. I do understand. Now it's fixed. Shh. Next. Like, I think that's just competence. And I think that's genuinely, I think most men are kind of like that. Perhaps I'm just hyper like that.
Yes.
So I get called insensitive sometimes. What else do people say negative about me? This is interesting.
Are you arrogant?